Hey, it's Rob Hefner with the town of Pinetop-Lakeside, and we're still talking along these topics of things that happen during planning and zoning, and I have the Community
Development Director.
Sorry, there's so many community thises and that's with titles. So Community Development Director for the town of Pinetop-Lakeside, Jeremiah Loyd. How are you?
I'm good.
So we're going to talk today a little bit, or in this episode, a little bit about a specific term, and that term is?
Extra-Territorial jurisdiction.
Okay, we've heard this a couple times. What is it?
So it's the practice of basically extending our authority beyond our municipal boundary up to 3 miles.
Okay. Are we normally allowed to do that?
No.
No. Okay.
There's a process that has to be done in order to, and there's three different state statutes that clarify extraterritorial jurisdiction. There's one for planning, there's one for zoning, and there's one for subdivisions. And basically the same criteria has to be met, that there's no other outside agency practicing planning, zoning, or has subdivision regulations.
Okay, so you said you're not allowed to do it, but you can get permission, and what does that entail, that permission?
So that would be going to, in our case, the county, for instance, and if they did not have a planning and zoning of their own, then we could practice our planning and zoning. We would one of the strings attached to it is we would have to bring in outside members from outside of the community, outside of the town of Pinetop-Lakeside, to sit on the Planning and Zoning Commission, which we actually already have that as an extension of our community. But we do not what we do not have is the written agreement with the county stating, yes, you can practice planning or zoning or subdivision regulations outside of the town of Pinetop-Lakeside, because they already do.
Right. Is that what they call an IAG?
IGA.
IGA. So
Intergovernmental Agreement.
Okay.
Correct.
And we don't have that.
We do not have that.
Okay. So we cannot exhibit or do this extra-territorial
That is correct.
jurisdiction. Okay. So, and that's pretty simple, right? I mean, is there any more to it that people need to understand why? Yeah. So previously we'd had some areas where we were actually saying that this is going to be zoned this way, and we weren't allowed to do that. Is that correct?
So we were showing areas on our land use map that were outside of the town of Pinetop-Lakeside municipal boundary proper.
Okay. And that had to be changed because we weren't allowed to do it, right?
Right. And so I think some of that was brought in from a plan that we had built with the county as a partner around 2000, 2001. And so they had shown some of their stuff. There was 2 different groups going on at the same time. And so it kind of was brought through into our new plans from that, but we never had an IJ even then with them as far as we could practice zoning or whatever, planning, zoning, or subdivision regulations outside of the municipal boundary.
Very good. Awesome. So that is extraterritorial jurisdiction. Jeremiah Loyd, thank you very much.